Hey, welcome back. This is Sergio Miranda, State Treasurer for the North Carolina State Council of the Knights of Columbus. Here we're going to talk about online membership, and we are going under the hood. We're going to show all of the screens. We're going to go through what the candidate sees. We're going to see what the GK sees, and then we'll finally go through the part for the on-demand exemplification. Here I have Tim Kelly, our super awesome membership director.
Good morning.
All right, so we're ready to get started. So online membership, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to start with what the candidate sees. So give me one moment here and then we can get going on this. All right, let me know when you see that.
All right.
Okay, so this is the Join Us link, the kfc.org/join us. And this is what we tell everybody to join online. And this is where that McGivney 2020 code works. So how does it all get started? It starts from here, the kfc.org/join us. So the first thing they ask is to enter your name, your email address, your birth date, and then the super awesome parts that you really need to pay attention to. Am I a baptized Catholic? Yes. Am I a practical Catholic? Yes. Do I agree to abide by the laws and rules of the Knights of Columbus? Yes. And am I a robot? Very important for Knights of Columbus.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to proceed to join. And all those guys in Supreme are like getting alerted. There's lights and bells and whistles going off in Supreme's computers right now.
Yeah.
So the next page is more of your personal information. So first name, last name, we'll enter a mobile phone here. I did it again. Absolutely nothing is perfect. All right, so the same date of birth that it pulled up from last time, preferred language, my address.
Yes. Note the preferred language. If you are trying to help a Spanish speaker, sign up for online membership at a drive or something, you make sure you help them click that drop-down menu so they can receive everything in Spanish.
Cool. That's a good point. All right, so the other important part on this second page is this preferred local council. So if you're recommending someone, if you're doing this at maybe this is your parish drive, your membership drive at your parish, this is where they put in these numbers. So tell them, hey, preferred local council, put in your council number. And if you want to get credit for it, might as well put this in too, right? Tell them, hey, this is the number that you put in for membership referral number. All right, so if I check if I'm a former member, if they're like, gone away and they're coming back, that's your check. If I had insurance and I'm just inactive at this point, check that. Why you're joining is optional. And then let's add my parish name to this, St. Mark, and then I'm in Huntersville, and then I should be ready to go. So this activates the next button. Easy peasy, right? So then last page, 3 pages to get through this. And then this is where they put in the promo code. They can add, if that promo code's not active or they just want to pay off by themselves, the credit card information can be put here. And then they continue and then they finally do a confirmation and that's it. That's it. 3 pages of getting them into the Knights of Columbus as an online member.
And as soon as they sign up online, the membership team does receive a notification within a couple of hours usually. And when we get that, we send an email to the Grand Knight and FS and District Deputy letting them know, hey, this man came in online. And we do that even if they don't indicate a council number. We'll look and see who the closest council is so that you can be aware and get in touch with that gentleman.
Cool. All right, so the second part of this, the second layer of the online members. So now they're online member as a GK or someone who has access to the council's membership management portion. So this is the login for your GK. So here I'm on the GK role here, and then you go down to those sections where you have all the icons. And then this is the part that we need to look for, the prospect tab. So this gentleman, Mr. Jeff Bell, did that form earlier previously, and then he shows up because he put 770 as his council number. So this guy is ready to go. He's an online member, and now he's ready to go into 770, into my council. So basically, we just need to send him that online link to do the on demand, and then we're able to put him in. So I need to put him in my ceremonial date, hit my transfer, and behind the scenes, Jeff Bell is the newest member of 770.
And that's the important thing. You do not enter him until he's received the ceremonial, whether it be the on-demand online ceremonial or a live ceremonial in your parish. Once he receives his first, second, and third degree with that multi-degree ceremony, plug in the date, click transfer, and he's in.
Cool. So the second and very important tab for this whole process as well is the candidate tab. So these are the gentlemen there who are not online members. So this is kind of like think of it as your online Form 100. So I can do an ad. So this would be a completely new person. So I'll add, first name, last name, just the typical information, date of birth, mailing address. And then if there is a proposer, let's see if I can get to the bottom of this. If there's a proposer, put in their membership number. Then I hit save. So what does that do? It adds them into this list, kind of like Kevin here. We did the same thing for, and that's what it shows up. So Kevin is ready to go once he takes his online or on demand, or even in the council. If you have a team that does your degree, or if the state does a exemplification, then that date gets put into this spot here. So then when you're ready, he's finished it, he's completed it. If he did it on demand, the GK will get an email saying, hey, Kevin has completed his online on demand exemplification. You'll get an email to the address for your GK, and then it's the date. They will tell you when he took it. You enter that in, press the process button. Here we go. This is Kevin, the newest member of 770.
A lot simpler than mailing or faxing in forms.
Absolutely. But you can still do that, right? You can still use the Form 100. Yep. You can mail it, you can scan it, send it by email to Supreme. All of that can still be done, but yet this is one more way of getting a new candidate into the Knights of Columbus. All right, so the final part of this. So we've looked at the GK part of it, the council part of it. We've looked at the online screen of the candidates part of it. So the last thing, we kept mentioning it, they have to take their on-demand or their online or their council. So this is how you do the online part of it. So this is ceremonials. So you can do an on-demand. So this is, we'll put the link in the notes for this. So they can go directly to the on-demand just by clicking this link, and they'll enter it in. Email address, I have no degree, This is very important as well. The council number, they need to know what your council number is. Parish, first name, last name, very similar information, and then they'll match that up with the profile that's created. So that way they can do this exemplification and it matches up to the person. So these are important questions as well. I agree to the constitutional role, very similar to the first degree. And I do promises, see the text on the left. So this is basically the form version of the first degree part of it. Right.
Exactly. So what you see in your constitutional role that you have in your council, that's what's written along the left-hand side of the screen here for them to read.
Absolutely. So they'll click, click, click. Obviously, if it's all true, they'll fill in their information. They'll have to match it up, make sure they put the council number. Hey, I have no degree. Or even if you're like a second degree and I need my third, you can still do this online and get to a third degree as well. So this is the on-demand exemplification that folks can do to do the exemplification.
Yeah. And one thing I'd like to point out at the bottom, there's for the existing third and fourth degree, the I am here to watch. When doing the degrees in person, we always encourage never send a gentleman to his degree alone. This way you can watch it with the new member and then be available to talk to him about it afterwards, kind of like a debriefing. So it's always good to have somebody who's already a third or fourth degree member, a leader in the council, go in and watch the degree with the new member.
Absolutely. And you may not even want to do it online. You may want to just go to his house.
Absolutely.
Hey, whenever you're ready, let's have dinner and then let's do the exemplification after dinner. So make it a family affair, make it a council affair that this gentleman is joining the Knights of Columbus. Yes, it's on video, but yes, you can still be with that person so they're not doing it alone.
Right. And families are welcome to view these degrees now, so you can definitely have the whole family watch as he takes this degree.
Absolutely. So one last piece of the online part of it, and you can find this on the ceremonials page of kofc.org, the invitation. So you don't always have to send them the link. You can send them this invitation and they have it in different languages, Spanish, French, and then English. So I'm going to click on this. So it comes up with a PDF. It has the same link, but it gives you just a little bit more information about what you're about to do. So it will take 30 minutes. Make sure to tell them, hey, it's going to take some time. You just can't, do this while you're watching Netflix or anything. You have to take the time to do it, but it is only 30 minutes. That's your expected time to complete it. The link is already there and they give you good, some instructions on there. And like Tim mentioned, look how they're watching. They brought their whole family and their dog to do the exemplification. How often can you say you can bring your dog to a Knights of Columbus function? Cool. So then that's that interim step, right? They went from online on the forum from Join Us to the GK doing his part of it, and then to fill in that process date or that ceremonial date, they have to do the on-demand portion of the work. It's just making it easier and making it more available to get to these resources. That's what all of these things are for. Any last points here, Tim?
Well, I would say this is an appealing option to younger guys who may not necessarily be ready to make a commitment to meetings or anything yet. Publicize this in your bulletin if you're allowed to. Have information on a table in the narthex. If you have a social media or a website, anywhere that you can put this out where some of the younger guys who might not ordinarily say, well, I want to join a council, I don't know about that, but the online membership might be attractive to get them in the door. And then your council can communicate with them, let them know when you're doing different events, different socials, um, different service projects, programs that they might be interested in participating in. So it's a good way to help introduce them to the Knights of Columbus. They'll get a couple of emails a month from Supreme, letting them know all the great works we're doing. Also, yeah, at various times, as you may have noticed over the past couple of years while we've had this, there have been promotions for free membership or discounted membership. If they're running one of those programs, you can certainly encourage a new member who may already be ready to join your council to join online and then just transfer them right in, because if there's a free membership promotion or a half price membership promotion, why should they pay full dues for that first year? Show your charity to the new brother by signing them up online first and then transferring them into your council.
Cool, super awesome. Well, thanks, Tim, for spending a little time with us going through this online membership under the hood.
Yeah.
But we'll catch you next time. So,
All right.
Viva Jesus.
Viva Jesus.
Time.